I'm controlling the motors of the robot straight from my computer. And by the end of this video, you will know how to do it too. In the previous video, I taught you the theory about how a motor control system for robots works. I also asked you to buy the materials for that control system. In this video, we are going to see how to connect all the electronics and move the motors. By the end of this video, you should be able to control the motors from your personal computer. If you don't have the materials for this video, check my previous video, which contains a PDF with the list of materials. By the way, we have created a full course about how to create robots based on ROS 2. This course starts from the beginning by designing the structure of the robot, selecting the motors and the sensors and the boards, and then going into the inclusion of the ROS 2 controllers to make the robot work with ROS 2. We will also teach you on this course how to create the simulation and how to change between simulation and real robot. Check it out because it's a very detailed course. In order to do the connections, let's start connecting the motors to the motor driver. Remember that the motor drivers connects to the motors. So let's connect the power cables of the motor to the output of the motor driver. The motor power cables of the motors I bought are the red and white wires. Check your motor manufacturer's documentation, as the cable colors may vary from one manufacturer to another. Connect them to any of the outputs in this way. Take into account that since one motor is flipped with respect to the other, the connections must also be flipped. Okay, before going into the next step, you have to buy an extra board that I forgot to mention in the previous video. This board is the Nano Terminal Adapter. We are going to use it for connecting all the cables to the motor controller. Find a link to this board on the video description. Remember that the PMW signal amplified by the motor driver is generated by the motor controller. So now we need to connect the motor controller to the motor driver. By doing that, the PMW signal generated by the motor controller will reach the motors. Just to clarify, the motor controller is a program that runs in the Arduino board. So from now on, I may say Arduino board or motor controller, and I mean the same thing. Going back to the connections, we need to connect two outputs for each motor. The PMW output for motor 1 and the PMW output for motor 2. Basically, we are connecting the GPIO pins of the Arduino to the IN pins of the motor driver. Given the PMW program that we will use in the Arduino, the PMW signal for motor 1 is provided by the D5 and D6 pins of the Arduino board. The PMW signal for motor 2 is provided by the D9 and D10 pins of the Arduino. So the connection of pins must be as follows. Let's do it! Remember that we also want to measure the motor spinning speed with the encoders. And for that, the encoders have to be connected to the Arduino board. Given the PMW code that we will use in the Arduino board, the motor encoder connections to the Arduino are as follows. Let's do it! We also need to power the encoders. For this, we will use the power pins that the Arduino board provides. Those should be powerful enough to power the two encoders. We are connecting the encoder's power cables to the GND and 5V pins of the Arduino. For the motors I bought, the motor black cable must be connected to the GND pin of the Arduino, and the blue cable of the motor must be connected to the 5V pin. Let's do it! Again, check your motor manufacturer's documentation, as cable colors may be different in the ones that you bought. Now, we connect the battery to the power input of the motor driver. So we finally have these schematics. Your Arduino comes without any software in it. We need to install in the Arduino the program that receives a desired speed value from the computer and converts it into PMW pulses for the robot motors. On your laptop computer, download the PMW code for Arduino from this website. This is the code that we are going to flash. This code is the one that reads the serial speed value and computes which PMW signal corresponds to. Then sends the value to the motor driver, receives the encoder value, and adjusts the PMW signal until the speed of the motor is the one requested by the serial command. We are not going to explain the code here because it is too much for this video, but we'll discuss about this later in future videos. To flash, you need to install a program in your computer for Arduino, which is called Arduino IDE. You can install it now from this website. If you are using Windows or Mac, you can find the installation instructions here. Then, connect your Arduino to your computer using the USB cable. Now, let's flash the PMW code to the Arduino. Open the Arduino IDE. It should appear in your applications. Then click File, Open, and select the ROS Arduino bridge.ino file, located at the directory where you downloaded the code. Select the port being used by the microcontroller. It usually is the DEV-TTE USB 0 or something similar. You can find this port under Tools Port. For example, in my case, I'm using a Mac. It is this one. Then click Upload. You should see an output like this one. Once finished, the Arduino Nano firmware has been uploaded. Time to start moving the motors. With the motors wired and the code uploaded into the microcontroller, you can now move the motors from your PC. Let's do it! Make sure the battery is powering the motors through the motor driver board. Now, we need to communicate with the motor from the computer. For that, we are going to use a program called a serial tool to communicate with the Arduino from the computer. I recommend you to install the following one because it works on every type of computer. So install it now from here. Once installed, launch the serial tool. Connect the USB cable of the Arduino board to an USB port of the computer. Go to the icon that says Serial Port Configuration. On the new window that appears, select the USB device. Click on the drop-down menu of Change Serial of that specific device and select the number that corresponds to the USB of the connected board. Then select the baud rate below and indicate 57600. Then press Open. The red LED of the Arduino board must have blinked. That means that the connection must have been established properly. Now you can close that window. Go now to the console of the serial tool and type the following command to make the wheels spin and press Enter. The wheels should be spinning for a couple of seconds. Excellent! In case that your wheels are not spinning or have any other error, very likely you selected the wrong USB interface. Go back and configure it again by checking the configuration of the port and select other device or another serial number. Excellent! Now you have a real motor control system on your desk. In future videos, we will put the whole control system inside a robot. But before going into that, we need to improve the motor controller so the wheels move at that actual speed requested. That is the subject for the next video. And let's not forget the homework. Build this whole control system and take a picture of it and publish in the comment section of this video. You have seen my implementation, so I also want to see yours. Otherwise, it's not fair. And the question for today is, do you know any other serial tool for direct communication between the PC and the Arduino board? Let me know on the comments below. That's all for today. Remember to do your homework and answer the question. But the journey doesn't stop here. Check our next video where you're going to learn how to calibrate the motors. I'll see you there.